Hello, I'm Claire-Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for the full moon in Sagittarius, which is on the 4th of June 2023. This is for all signs. And this deck says that the full moon in Sagittarius is all about seeing the bigger picture. So let's see if the guides agree with that. Now, I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube where I give mini reads, 1 question readings for, you can book in for those on my website, BeHealing.com, at any point. I'll pop a link for it in the description box below and also on up there too. You don't have to come to the live for your reading. All those booked in before the next show, I will do those right at the start of the show. I'll send you the link to the replay once it's done so you can watch it at any point. Or you can come live, totally up to you. And you can book it at the time that I'm on live as well. I also offer private readings as well from my website, BeHealing.com. You can also find a link for that in the description box below and also on up there. I get them out within 48 hours if you're ordering them. You can ask questions in there as well by clicking on the Contact Us page after you've booked in. So what's in the energies for this full moon in Sagittarius today? I think it's pretty much on the 4th for everybody this time, the timing of it here. It'll be just before 11. Oh no, for some it'll be the day before. Okay, what's in the energies? We've got some cards coming out at last. Acceptance. Okay, there's something here about long-term stuff, I think, and accepting where you're at the moment. We can have this rushing kind of feeling where we're constantly thinking that we need to be ahead of where we are and not accepting where we're at right now. And from this card, I'm getting that we really need to accept where we're at right now. We can't necessarily be where we want to be, like snappy, you know? We're living in such an instant world sometimes for some things, you know? You can put something into Google and get it back straight away. But that's not what it's like for us learning and growing and achieving things. We're not Google, we can't do that, you know? So we've got different bandwidth, human beings, right? So there's something here about going for long term and accepting where you're at right now, but not pushing yourself. So it's a bit of like a disease now, right? That rushing syndrome where we're constantly going for the next thing or thinking that we're behind and needing to move ahead. We've got generosity here. And that might be about being generous with yourself as well, but it could also be about being generous with other people too. But I'm really getting a self kind of vibe from this. And to me, Sagittarius is very an introverted sign. I don't know if that's true, but to me, Sagittarius energy feels like an introverted, spiritual kind of an energy. Optimism. So, accepting where you're at the moment, but being optimistic for the future, right? Ideal. Rather than not accepting where we're at right now and pushing ourselves to be ahead of where we're at. What else in the energies? Wow, okay. Told to take those, so we will. We've got the King of Wands energy. This is somebody else's energy. This is a go-getter. This could be a boss, entrepreneur kind of a person. Could be, yeah, very, very motivated kind of a person, very self-disciplined kind of a person. We have 4 of Cups and the 9 of Cups coming out together here, which is about 9 of Cups, your wishes coming true, about your deepest wishes, but the 4 of Cups is about disappointment, about, I think, where you're at the moment with your wishes. So some of you have got like big goals, life goals, stuff that you're trying to achieve, really putting a lot into it and getting dismayed at your progress. And especially because there's a lot of people marketing themselves out there or marketing something and pretending that they've had instant stuff and that it's fast and they've got the magic bullet and there's the shortcuts and stuff like that, and it can make us believe that there's something wrong with us when that's not true. It's them that are lying. It's them that haven't found those shortcuts, because there are no shortcuts. We've got Judgment here. There's a need to make a good decision, to be discerning. And the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about doing things by the book. It's about long-term stuff. In the end, we all have to do it the right way, the way that works. So this could be about learning from someone that's gone before you and that's done what it is that you want to do, especially regarding goals, because I'm getting that 9 of Cups very much like a goal kind of a thing. So King of Wands, so you might be, around this full moon, you might be reassessing your goals and thinking like, well, I haven't got very far. That kind of an energy. So the Tower is with this King of Wands energy. So someone's not having a good time of it here. Someone who is usually succeeding, claiming what it is that they want and going for it. This could be your boss. This could be like a super motivated brother, or yeah, just someone around you, a friend who's usually on top of the game. Things are falling apart for them. And so they could be questioning their goals. They could be, you know, feeling down at the moment. Could be some kickback from this kind of a character, because these ones in their darkness, they can be arrogant, they can be bullies kind of thing, abusing their power. So that the angst from something falling apart for this King of Wands could have some kind of ricochet effect on you. It could be that they want to blame you as well for stuff that's going wrong. You know, if it's like a boss, they could be wanting to blame you. What's behind that is movement into balance and inner journey. Interesting. So those that have had this spiritual inner journey, accepting yourself where you are, feeling that rushing kind of, you know, being mean to ourselves that we haven't got as far as we should have done by our age, and stuff like that. If you've been addressing that and been on your inner journey, I think you're going to ride this full moon through. But those around us, perhaps that haven't been on those inner journeys and moving themselves into balance and all of that kind of thing, it might be very confronting to them this time, as they're shown like, you know, you're doing this to yourself. This isn't going to work out because it's all about your growth, that kind of thing. So there's a disappointment about goals here. Got wishes and goals. A disappointment about wishes and goals. And where you're at the moment. Again, Muse of Inspiration, that's the King of Wands. So it's got something to do with this King of Wands character. So you could be enmeshed. It could be a partner. The King of Wands could be a partner, like business partner, someone you work with, a boss. It could be a romantic partner as well. But something about competing goals, or you're affecting each other's experience by the way that you're taking disappointments and perhaps even victories as well. So there's a disappointment. Now this might be competition as well. This might be pitting yourself against someone else getting a promotion. Although it seems now something is falling apart for this King of Wands. It could be about competition too, and comparing yourself with somebody else. So just watch out for that stuff too. There's transformation behind that. Okay, so this is what you got to look at. Not at surface level stuff, not at the money that you've achieved, or the things, or the bling, or any of that kind of stuff, the promotions. It's not about that. Look at how much you've grown. That's the stuff that we take with us. Yeah, the stuff that we've learned and who we've become. You can't take that away from us. We'll always take that with us, whether it's into the next job or whatever it is, we'll always keep that with us. And so if you look at that and see that as the gain that you've got, then perhaps you won't be so disappointed about the lack of material goals that have been accomplished. Judgment. Yeah, well, this could be about judgment, about self-judgment. Got the Knight of Materials, got to take things more slowly, right? This is about self-judgment. Got to take things more slowly. Or it could be about discernment too, making choices. So the Hanged Muse got to look at it from a different perspective and accept that things take more time. They take more time. And a lot of it is about our personal growth. It's not about our worthiness, you know. I think sometimes how much damage the law of attraction teachings have done to make people think like there's kind of something wrong with them if they can't get instant stuff, and there must be something wrong with their worth, because if they just felt worthy enough, it would go ta-da and appear in front of them. But that's just not the way that life is. We've got to work for stuff, and it takes time. And so there's nothing wrong with you. You know, and self-esteems have taken a bashing through believing that law of attraction kind of stuff. So it's changing your mind about it, changing your perspective, taking it like the traditional route, the slower, taking it slower, slow but steady is behind that. And omens, you've had signs about this as well, to slow down. Oh, that things aren't instant. Hierophant, doing things by the book. It is the long game. Three of Inspiration is behind that. Sometimes you just got to wait for timings to be right, for perfect timings to be right, for it to fall into place. And often we're not waiting for other things, we're waiting for ourselves. We're waiting for ourselves to be good to ourselves, to love ourselves, to prioritize ourselves, to feel good, and to learn stuff along the way as well. What's behind this is anger. And self-love is a key to it, because anger, being angry at ourselves or being angry at the universe and feeling like we're owed something and why hasn't happened for me yet, it's almost like this full moon is about believing instant stuff and then turning it against ourselves instead of realizing there is no instant stuff and there's nothing wrong with me, right? What about our love lives today? What's going on in our love lives this full moon in Sagittarius? We have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they'll manifest physically. So for some of you, it might be around relationships. If you're still single and if you've been doing a lot of work on yourself and you're ready and you were ready 5 years ago for a relationship, but they're just not showing up, you might, apply everything that I've already said to that as well, to that relationship journey. You might be beating yourself up, like, what's wrong with me? Why haven't I got one already? And there's nothing wrong with you. Your soulmate exists. They're on the way to you. You've got to assess the situation. There's a need to look at things more clearly and see things as they really are and see yourself as you really are too. It's easy to get into any old kind of a relationship. It is. But we learn, don't we, that we don't want any old kind of a relationship. We don't want just anyone. We want the one that's right for us. And that selection process takes much longer. What else? And of course, the older you get as well, the longer it takes, because there's, quite frankly, less people alive. Memories. There's memories of the past. Perhaps how easy it used to be. Strings attached, and forgiveness. Okay, so there could be that, as I was saying, some of you might be involved with this King of Wands character here, and there might be trouble about around this full moon, around goals, angst around goals not having been achieved, and there could be the blame game going on and all of that kind of thing. So there's forgiveness that's required here within relationships, because there could be quite a lot of projecting going on today and blaming with these energies. It's one of those full moons, could be a bit of a fighting one. We also have irresistibility and holding on. So some of you could be, well, this goes two ways. Someone could be holding on to you and find you irresistible. Or some of you could be going for who isn't right for you just because they're irresistible to you, perhaps in a physical attraction kind of a way, and kind of clinging on to somebody, feeling like they're your person, they should be your person or something like that, when in reality they're really not right for you. Again, assess the situation. There's a need to look kind of really very clearly on things today, how it really is, instead of getting caught up in our emotions. Easier said than done, I know. What else in the energies today? We have flowers, happiness. Okay. Striving for happiness rather than our goals. We have a heart, love, deep affection and caring. Positive cards. A man. Dealings or relationship with a man. Let's find out more about him. The dealings or relationship with a man. What's all of this about? Why do we have the man here? Whoa. I've got a feeling it's these two. Older woman. A man and an older woman. Yoke. Okay. We could be talking about age gap here. Feeling tied down, frustrated, the yoke size, but yoked, to me, equally yoked. Someone might not be, especially with an age difference, they might not be on a level with you, at your level. So be careful there. We've got grapes. Time to go out and have some fun. We've got a broken wishbone. A wish will not be granted. That's that goals kind of stuff, the goal stuff, the target, right? goal-oriented person. That's that King of Wands energy again. You'll have to let me know how this energy is playing out in your life. So think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for your answer. But this is just a bit of fun because it's a general reading, not a personal reading. If you want me to pull one of these crystals out for a question that you've got, a specific question you've got, and cards out of my bag here, and give you a mini read, then I can do that in my live show. Book yourself in. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there too. Whether you can make it live or not, no problem. I'll do your reading right at the start of the next live show, and then I will send you the link to the replay so that you can watch your reading back. Or you can come live and book it at the time that we're live as well. Totally up to you. You can find the next shows laying in wait on my YouTube channel by clicking Be Healing down there. I can also use those in private readings as well, so book yourself in for one of those. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there too. After you've booked in, click on the Contact Us page. Put any questions that you've got for your reading in there. How best to deal with these energies today, this full moon in Saggy? How best to deal with them? Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is about being balanced, and it's about weighing up your options, and it's about seeing things clearly and really being grounded in a very balanced kind of a way. As I said, there could be a lot of emotions flying today, and it might be very easy to get swept up in that, but try and ground yourself, I think this is saying, and keep that balance within yourself. Good luck with that. So think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready for your answer. Your answer is yes, go for it. Is the green, is the aventurine. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click on that subscribe button with that notification bell to hear more from me. I do one of these energy updates every single day of the year, of course, including full moons and new moons. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show. I'd love to see you in there. And I also make 3 love picker card reads a week as well. You can find one of those right there, right now, and watch that next if you want. Well, have the best day ever. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.